Netanyahu set to discuss the Gaza situation with Trump as Palestinian death toll surpasses 66,000. The death toll arising from the ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict has tragically exceeded 66,000 Palestinians, as reported by Gaza's health ministry. This alarming announcement comes just before Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's crucial visit to the White House to engage in discussions with U.S. President Donald Trump regarding the urgent need to cease Israel's military operations in Gaza City. Concurrently, Israeli security forces neutralized an alleged assailant involved in a car ramming incident, which resulted in severe injuries to a man at a junction near Nablus in the West Bank. Such acts of violence, lauded by Hamas, reflect an alarming escalation in the Israeli-occupied West Bank, a territory the Palestinians aspire to claim as part of their future state. The urgent call for Netanyahu to conclude hostilities has intensified, as key Western allies are increasingly recognizing Palestinian statehood against Israeli opposition. The European Union is contemplating sanctions, and there are mounting movements advocating for boycotts of Israeli cultural and sports events. In a defiant address at the UN General Assembly, Netanyahu insisted that Israel must finish the job against Hamas while military actions in Gaza City continue. Despite Trump's steadfast support for Israel, his frustration has recently surfaced, particularly in response to Israel's controversial airstrike on Qatar, which aimed to eliminate Hamas leadership. During the impending White House conference, Trump is anticipated to propose a novel plan aimed at resolving the conflict. Approximately 48 hostages remain captive within Gaza, with Israel believing that around 20 of them are still alive following the attack that ignited this war on October 7, 2023. Efforts toward a ceasefire have stalled since the international backlash against Israel's actions in Doha, Qatar. Trump has introduced a comprehensive 21-point proposal to achieve an immediate ceasefire, focusing on the release of all hostages within 48 hours, alongside a gradual withdrawal of Israeli military forces from the Gaza enclave. Although this proposal is still subject to change, it has been discussed with Arab leaders at the UN General Assembly. Historical reluctance has been noted. However, Hamas has indicated a willingness to consider this offer seriously. In conjunction with diplomatic endeavors, U.S. Ambassador Mike Huckabee is scheduled to visit Cairo for talks with Egyptian officials about the ceasefire and the strained Israel-Egypt relationship, which has deteriorated due to Israeli strikes against Hamas leadership and fears of an influx of Palestinians into Egypt. The humanitarian situation remains dire.